F. Face making, begetting children to face it out, to persist in a falsity. No face but his own, a saying of one who has no money in his pocket, or no court cards in his hand, face or a bumper, a glass filled so full as to leave no room for the lip, also a violent blow on the face. Fadge, it won't do, a farthing. To fag, to beat, fag the bloss, beat the wench, cunt, a fag also means a boy of inferior form or class, also acts as a servant to one of a superior, who is said to fag him. He is my fag, hence perhaps fagged out for jaded or tired, to stand, a good fag, not to be soon tired. Fagger, a little boy put in at a window to rob the house. Faggot, a man hired at a muster to appear as a soldier. To faggot in the canting sense means to bind an allusion to the faggots made up by the woodmen, which are all bound, faggot the culls, bind the men. Faithful, one of the faithful, a tailor who gives long credit. His faith has made him unwhole, i.e. trusting. Too much, broke him. Fair, a set of subterraneous rooms in the Fleet prison. Fakement, a counterfeit signature, a forgery. Tell the macers to mind their fakements. Desire the swindlers to be careful, not to forge another person's signature. Fallals, ornaments, chiefly women's, such as ribbons, necklaces, etc. Fallen away from a horse load to a cartload, a saying on one grown fat. Family man, a thief or receiver of stolen goods. Family, going into a goldsmith's shop under pretence of buying a wedding ring, palming one or two by daubing the helm with some vicious matter. Fams or fambles, hands, famble cheats, rings or gloves, cunt. To famgrass, to shake bands, figuratively to agree to make up a difference. Famgrass, the cove, shake hands with the fellow cunt. Family of love, lewd women, also a religious sect. Fancy man, a man kept by a lady for secret services. To fan, to beat anyone, I fanned him sweetly, I beat him heartily. Fantastically dressed, with more rags than ribbons. Fart, he has let a brewer's fart, grains and all, said of one who has bewrayed his breeches. Piss and fart, sound at heart. Minga cum bumbis res suba soliberima est lumbis. I dare not trust my arse with a fart, said the person troubled with a looseness. Fart catcher, a valet or footman from his walking behind his master or mistress. Farting crackers, breeches. Fartleberries, excrement hanging about the anus. Fastener, a warrant. Fastnesses, bogs. Fat, the last landed, inned, or stowed of any sort of merchandise, so called by the waterside, porters, carmen, etc. All the fat is in fire. That is, it is all over with us, a saying used in case of any miscarriage or disappointment in an undertaking in allusion to overturning the frying pan into the fire. Fat among printers means void spaces. As fat as a hen in the forehead, a saying of a meagre person. Fat cull, a rich fellow. Fat-headed, stupid, Faulkner, a tumbler, juggler, or shewer of tricks, perhaps because they lure the people as a falconer does his hawks, cunt. Faitors or fatters, fortune-tellers. Fawny rig, a common fraud, thus practised. A fellow drops a brass ring, double lit, which he picks up before the party meant to be cheated, and to whom he disposes of it, for less than it's supposed, and 10 times more than its real value. See money dropper. Fawny, a ring. Feeg, a feeg to a horse to put ginger up a horse's fundament, and formerly, as it is said, a live eel, to make him lively and carry his tail well. It is said a forfeit is incurred by any horse dealer's servant who shall shoe a horse without first feeging him. Feeg is used figuratively for encouraging or spiriting one up. Feek, the fundament, to feather one's nest, to enrich oneself. Featherbed lane, a rough or stony lane. Fee for fum, nonsensical word supposed in childish storybooks to be spoken by giants. I am not frightened by fee for fum, I am but to be scared by nonsense. Feeder, a spoon, to nab the feeders, to steal a spoon. Feet, to make feet for children's stockings, to beget children, an officer of feet, a jocular title for an officer of infantry. Feint, a sham attack on one part, when a real one is meant at another. Fellow commoner, an empty bottle, so called at the University of Cambridge, where fellow commoners are not in general considered over full of learning. At Oxford, an empty bottle is called a gentleman commoner, for the same reason they pay at Cambridge £2.50 a year for the privilege of wearing a gold or silver tassel to their caps. The younger branches of the nobility have the privilege of wearing a hat, and from hence are denominated hat fellow commoners. Fen, a bored or common prostitute, cunt. To fence, to pawn or sell to a receiver of stolen goods. The kiddie fenced his thimble for 3 quids. The young fellow pawned his watch for 3 guineas. To fence invariably means to pawn or sell goods to a receiver. Fencing ken, the magazine or warehouse where stolen goods are secreted. Firm, a hole, cunt. Firmity, beggars, all those who have notched the sham saws or climbs. Ferrara, Andrea Ferrara, name of a famous sword cutler. Most of the Highland broadswords are marked with his name. Hence, an Andrea Ferrara has become the common name for the glamour or Highland broadsword. See glamour. Ferret, a tradesman who sells goods to yug unthrift hares to excessive rates and then continually duns them for the debt. To ferret, to search out or expel anyone from his hiding place, as a ferret drives out rabbits. Also to cheat. Ferret-eyed, red-eyed. Ferrets have red eyes. Fetch, a trick, wheedle, or invention to deceive. Forterer, a dog keeper from the French voiture or vautelier, one that leads a lime hound for the chase. To fib, to beat, fib the cove's quarren in the rumped. For the lour in his bung, beat the fellow in the highway for the money in his purse, cunt. A fib is also a tiny lie. Fice or force, a small windy escape backwards, more obvious to the nose than the ears, frequently by old ladies charged on their lap dogs. See fizzle. Fid of tobacco, a quid from the small pieces of tow, which the vent or touch hole of a cannon is stopped. See term. Fiddle-faddle, trifling discourse, nonsense, a mere fiddle-faddle fellow, a trifler. Trifier. Fiddlestick's end, nothing, the end of the ancient fiddlesticks, ending in a point, hence metaphorically used to express a thing terminating in nothing. Fidgets, he has got the fidgets, said of one that cannot sit long in a place. Fiddle and Ben, general thieves called also St. Peter's sons. Having every finger a fishhook, cunt. Fiddler's money, all sixpences, 6pence being the usual sum paid by each couple for music at country wakes and hops. Fiddler's fare, meat, drink and money. Fiddler's pay, thanks and wine. Field lane duck, a baked sheep's head. Fiery facius, a red-faced man, is said to have been served with a writ of fiery facius. Figdean, to kill. Figure, a little boy put in a window to hand out goods to the diver. See diver. Figging law, the art of picking pockets. Cunt. Figure dancer, one who alters figures on banknotes, converting tens to hundreds. Filch or filel, a beggar's staff with an iron hook at the end to pluck clothes from an hedge, or anything out of a casement. Filcher, the same as angler. Filching, cove, a man thief. Filching mort, a woman thief. File, cloy or bung nipper, a pickpocket to file, to rob or cheat. The file or bung nipper goes generally in company with 2 assistants, the Adam Tyler and another called the bulk or bulker, whose business it is to jostle the person they intend to rob and push him against the wall, while the file picks his pocket and gives the booty to the Adam Tyler, who scours off with it. Cunt. Fin, an arm, a one-finned fellow, a man who lost an arm. See phrase. Fine as 5pence. Fine as a something censored. Cow turd. Cow stud. Cow steed. Stuck with a primroses. Fine, a mean, in prison. A man imprisoned for any offence, a fine 84 months. a transportation for 7 years. Finger in the eye. To put finger in eye, to weep, commonly applied to women. The more you cry, the less you'll piss. A consolatory speech used by sailors to their doxies. It is as great a pity to see a woman cry as to see a goose walk barefoot. Another of the same kind. Finger post, a parson, so called because he points out a way to others which he never goes himself, like the finger post. He points out a way he has never been, and probably will never go, i.e. the way to heaven. Finish. The Finish, a small coffee house in Covent Garden Market, opposite Russell Street, open very early in the morning, and therefore resorted to by debauchees. Shut out of every other house, it is also called Carpenter's Coffee House. Firing a gun, introducing a story by Head and Shoulders. A man wanting to tell a particular story said to the company, "Hark, did you not hear a gun? But now we are talking of a gun. I will tell you the story of one." To fire a slug, to drink a dram.